After a multi-day gas leak, the digest returns. Alex Stein leaves the tank, leaving his chips to Taylor. TJ spends the morning repainting the attic and bedroom 1. The fish continue the gauntlet of elimination challenges. They give Chris breakfast in bed, impersonate Chris, hold their arms up, beg Chris for chips, dance for Chris, recap Star Wars, do animal impressions, dress Chris like a cholo, build blockades, endorse Greg, act like monkeys, beg for cigarettes, and recite Chris facts. Taylor does especially well, and Shinji falls behind. During a break, they discuss life after the tank. Trish says she can't picture going back to work. Jet enters the tank and asks Chris who he thinks is going home, and he says Trish and Shinji are not putting in effort. Taylor says Trish is more likely than Shinji to be eliminated. Shinji tells Jet the challenges have him feeling upside down, and he feels like he can't entertain the audience the way he did before. Jet says the audience expects rapid change in the contestants, and the fact he may seem stale is only because other contestants are forcing themselves to change inauthentically. He says Shinji's edge is that he puts in extra effort for the audience. Chris offers Shinji 45,000 Chris points to shave his head, 44,000 more than Taylor. For most of the show, Shinji has spent longer than any of the women straightening and maintaining his hair. Trish asks if there's anything she can do besides shave her head. Chris offers her 50,000, and she says she won't shave for any amount of points and agrees to rub tanning cream onto Fatty. When elimination is called, the judge admits that he wanted Chris to rig the challenges against Trish, then production changed their minds and balanced it. However, the unbalanced way that Chris has distributed the points re-rigged the elimination to put Trish in last, so she is lost. The judge says he liked TJ and Tay for the final 2, but now thinks they have been ignoring Shinji unfairly due to his language barrier. TJ, Taylor, and Shinji will compete on even ground as finalists. Trisha agrees to chill in the house as a freeloader because production likes her and she doesn't really want to leave. She says she isn't sad and recognizes that the others are better competitors and had actually packed her bags already. Her first act as freeloader is to smoke Fatty's weed and give him a haircut. Greg had previously agreed to stay for 5 days and speaks to the judge and Ben about leaving. They tell him not to worry about money and focus on hanging out, and they'll pay him in the end. A narrative poll determines that Dunier will be going home tomorrow because he's played out, though he has now set a record for longest-running freeloader. He leaves early in the morning. In Confessional, TJ thanks the audience for making him a more stable person and is addicted to how proud he is of himself.
I am the boss, nigga!
He's surprised that he was able to survive the elimination without doing anything that morally conflicted him. The finalists come together in the confessional and talk about how they all used to hang out in the bunk. They talk about their favorite moments. TJ's was watching Ben tell Jimmy there was no metal in the wood when they were building a shelf. Shinji's was watching Jimmy pull out all the stops to avoid elimination after the stand-up comedy challenge. Taylor's was when Ben kept waking her up to annoy her. For cash, the fish are blindfolded and must be guided by freeloaders to find donuts nailed to the wall. While the fish compete, the judge and Ben say next season they should do away with prize money and only reward the contestants with currency like chips. They say rent didn't make sense this season because they had too few contestants, so they couldn't kick out Shinji. They say next season fish who can't pay rent have to stay in a homeless area with a soup kitchen run by Brian. They say they shouldn't starve the fish with grits because it sapped their energy. They plan to let Greg stay in the house after the show is over and let him live his life on camera while they remodel the house. Jet says his favorite moment was doll activity, and Ben's was when Nifty was in the tank. Shinji and Oliver win the challenge. Fatty tries to sleep in the confessional, and Taylor nails him in. He promises revenge in the morning, although he's not sure who to blame.
Dude, come on! You can't look shoot at him like that!
Gay guy alert. Red alert. Gay guy alert. Gay guy alert. Red alert. Warning.
This is
Warning.
ridiculous.
You are the gay guy. This is the gay guy right here. Warning. Warning. Red alert. Red alert. Red alert.
Dude, I gotta, like, dude, I need to let the fuck out!